AMARA was the first child of Adanne and Woke, a hard-working but poor couple in the small village of Achi. Woke was a farmer who tilled the land from sunrise to sunset, while Adanne sold firewood and handmade brooms at the local market. Life in the village was challenging, with families depending on unpredictable weather and small-scale trading to survive. Despite their struggles, Adanne and Woke were determined to give their children a chance to a better life. Education, they believed, was the key. "We may not have money, but we will give our children knowledge," Woke often said, his voice filled with conviction. AMARA was exceptionally brilliant. From an early age, she had a curiosity that set her apart. She would ask endless questions about the world beyond their village, and her teachers often described her as a rare gem. When AMARA finished secondary school at the top of her class, she received admission to study accounting at a prestigious university in Lagos. While the news was a source of joy, it also brought anxiety. The cost of tuition, accommodation, and daily expenses was far beyond what her family could afford. Adanne and Woke made sacrifices. Adanne sold her gold wedding bangles, heirlooms passed down from her grandmother. Woke borrowed money from relatives, pledging his farmland as collateral. The family tightened their belts, surviving on little so they could send AMARA to school. When AMARA arrived in Lagos, she was overwhelmed. The city was alive with endless noise, bustling markets and towering buildings that dwarfed anything she had seen before. Yet Lagos offered opportunities. She quickly adapted, excelling in her studies and embracing the city's fast pace. During her second year in school, AMARA started working part-time as a cashier in a supermarket to support herself. It was at the supermarket that she first encountered Chidi. Chidi was a charismatic businessman, dressed impeccably in tailored suits and driving a sleek car that turned heads. When he walked into the store one evening, his presence commanded attention. AMARA, who was on duty, caught his eye. He noticed her polite demeanor and the spark of intelligence in her conversation. Over time, Chidi began to visit the supermarket frequently, each time finding an excuse to speak with AMARA. Eventually, he asked her out, and their relationship blossomed. Chidi showered her with gifts, designer handbags, expensive perfumes, and dinner dates in high-end restaurants. By the time AMARA graduated, Chidi proposed, and their wedding was the talk of Lagos. It was a lavish affair held at an exclusive event center, with dignitaries and celebrities in attendance. Her parents, though proud, felt out of place among the elite guests. After the wedding, AMARA moved into Chidi's mansion in Banana Island, one of Lagos's most affluent neighborhoods. She lived a life of unimaginable luxury, surrounded by wealth and influence. But the transformation came at a cost. AMARA began distancing herself from her family. When her parents called, she spoke briefly, often dismissing their concerns with a casual, "I'll send you money." She stopped visiting the village, feeling embarrassed by her parents' modest home and lifestyle. One day, Adanne, her mom, fell ill and needed urgent medical attention. Nwoke, her father, tried to reach Amara, but her phone went unanswered. Left with no choice, he traveled to Lagos. At the gate of Amara's mansion, he was turned away by the security guards, who had strict instructions not to admit uninvited guests. Woke returned to the village heartbroken. For years, Amara and Chidi lived as Lagos power couple, attending elite parties and traveling abroad for vacations. But behind the facade of success, Chidi's business empire began to crumble. Poor financial decisions and a fraudulent business partner led to significant losses. Chidi initially hid the problems from Amara, hoping to resolve them quietly. But when creditors started calling and legal notices arrived, the truth became unavoidable. One morning, their luxurious cars were repossessed and their accounts frozen. They had to move to a modest 2-bedroom apartment in the less glamorous part of Lagos. Amara struggled to adjust. She was accustomed to maids, drivers, and shopping sprees. But now she had to cook, clean, and rely on public transportation. Chidi, once the epitome of confidence, became withdrawn and irritable. Desperate and ashamed, Amara thought of her parents, the same parents she had ignored for years. She decided to return to Achi, hoping they would take her back despite the hurt she had caused them. When Amara arrived in the village, she was a shadow of her former self. Her once glamorous appearance replaced by a simple outfit, and her confident stride had turned into a hesitant shuffle. Adane was in the backyard pounding yam when she heard Amara's voice. Turning, she saw her daughter standing at the gate, tears streaming down her face. Adane dropped the pestle and ran to embrace her. Mama, Papa, I have wronged you, Amara sobbed. I let pride blind me. I forgot the people who sacrificed everything for me. Please forgive me. Adane held her daughter tightly, tears of forgiveness and relief streaming down her face. Woke, who had been repairing a fishing net, joined them. He placed a hand on Amara's shoulder. His voice was gentle. You are our child. You will always have a place here, Amara's. You will always have a place here. Amara's return to Achi marked the beginning of her redemption. One day, while shopping in the village market, Amara ran into Adobe, an old classmate who had returned to Achi to start an agri-business. Adobe's success was inspiring, and she offered to partner with Amara and Chidi to start a cassava processing factory in the village. Though hesitant at first, Chidi eventually agreed. With Adobe's guidance, the business thrived, creating jobs for the villagers and transforming Achi into a hub of activity. As the years passed, Amara and Chidi rebuilt their lives, this time grounded in humility and gratitude. Amara's parents, once the subject of pity, now enjoyed a comfortable life, thanks to their daughter's newfound appreciation for family. On a cool evening, as the factory's whistle blew, signaling the end of the workday, Amara stood outside her parents' house, watching the vibrant community that had grown around them. She smiled, knowing fully well that she had not just come home, but she had come home in spirit and physically. Amara's story became a lesson for many in Archie and beyond. It was a reminder that wealth and pride are fleeting, but family and humility are eternal. She had learnt the hard way, but in the end, she found her way back to what truly matters. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Till I come your way again next time. Bye.